This is all. You see, he always
sounds
finds
like Prince is about to start singing in a minute.
Yeah. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. No, it's purple. Yeah, this is more Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
There we go.
Now you sound like Elvis.
Chocolate Rain.
Do I have to do an introduction?
Chocolate Rain?
Chocolate Rain.
I haven't seen him in a while.
What is Chocolate Rain?
I have no idea, but apparently he's a character we're creating.
Some just laugh and others feel the pain. Chocolate Rain.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a thing a few
can never
years
unhear
ago.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Chocolate Rain?
Don't.
Wow.
It came out in like
Is it a weird
2007.
And now you're back in monkey business, aren't you?
Caught us in mid-conversation, sort of.
It's like we're back in. It's
Were
like
we recording the
it's
whole
like we're
thing?
professional.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Yeah.
we're professionals. Yeah, okay.
That's a funny
Professional
joke, Chris.
nutcases.
Welcome back from commercial break. You're welcome back to monkey business. All right, it's C, and I'm in studios with Billy, with Tanya, with Zach, with Ian and Jules, with Angie, Ray, Tony, Dolly, and on the phone, as always, the ever-present consciousness, like Jimmy the Cricket on our shoulder. It's Sybil.
Hi.
I went and did a pose like somebody can see me, like, hey.
How you do? Yeah, I do that all the time. When I get going, I channel Howie Mandel's stand-up career because he would always flail his arms around when he was delivering punchlines and stuff.
Because you're Italian.
Well, yes, I'm half Italian, so therefore I start directing an orchestra when I really get into a point. It's just one of those things that happens.
It's
Yes.
really true.
Someone
Yeah.
hold his hands while he's talking.
Oh yeah, no. Then he'll. It's like
That's how you mute an
And here
Italian.
comes the young one.
Ian's gonna do it now. Sit down. No, stop. No, I can't talk.
Yay, Ian, thank you. But he is the host,
Ian to
so
the
let
rescue.
go of him.
Yeah, thank
Do
you.
you realize you could get grounded easily?
I'm
It's
no
like I
better,
can't take
though.
anything more away from that child at this point.
I've almost he's grounded. He's on the floor.
Talking on the phone and walking down the street. So
Yeah.
I'm not really much better. That's why I'm holding myself this whole time.
Yeah. Seriously, it's like, you know, on several occasions I've been quoted the War Doctor from the 50th Doctor Who anniversary when he looks at 11 and goes, "Can you speak without flapping your hands about?" And 11 goes, "Yes," and then stops for a second, goes, "No," and then keeps going. That's me. I channel that. 11 is my spirit animal
I was
because
going to
of
say,
that.
you're Matt Smith.
I really am. I mean, if he wasn't half my age, you know. But I channel Matt Smith. Yes, that's what happens. So hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Hi, Chris.
Another
Doing
week
fair.
has passed since
Hi,
we last
Dad.
hung out to each other. Hi, honey. How you doing over there?
I'm good.
My bouncing baby girl over there. My little midget.
She is bouncing.
She is bouncing. She's vibrating sometimes. It's hilarious to watch her in action. So,
Don't give her
See,
coffee.
everybody calls her Jules, but I call her Jules as in like electricity. 'Cause
Yeah.
She never stops.
well, you know, that's it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what?
Hold my phone and try
Before she...
J-O-U? Oh.
Yeah, she can charge Angie's phone just by standing there.
my
Just
God, I'm
before
seeing-
Jules was born, we were joking about what nicknames would be because I knew she was going to be named Juliana, and we were talking about, you know, Julie and how nobody likes Julie, and et cetera, and this, that, and the other thing. And I said,
She's
well,
not
we'll
a
just call
Julie.
we'll call her JJ, and they're like, what? JJ?
Jesus, Jules.
It's Jesus Jules. That's. What are you doing? So the Monkey Business crew is together yet again. And we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of things that are popping up in culture these days, in the nerd culture. We're going to give about half an hour in today, and then we'll move on to something bigger and better next week. But Dolly is with us in the studio today. And while all of us have either seen or are excited to see Wonder Woman, Dolly has made a point of saying, nah, I'm not going to go. I'm not doing this. I'm not partaking. So, Dolly, the floor is yours. I want to hear why you're not thrilled with the new Wonder Woman.
I'm sticking to my convictions. I'm not watching it, and I maybe will watch it when it gets to HBO Go or something. But
Now, what is it about? Because Wonder Woman's like your character. I mean, the
I
first time
know.
you and I
I'm
met,
a
you were
fanatic.
cosplaying Wonder Woman. So the fact that you are turning your back on the movie,
I mean,
I-
I have
I
her
s-
on right now.
yeah,
Right
exactly.
now.
I see the pendant, and I see, you know, you
Yeah.
wore the outfit. I've seen it when we first met. So I know Wonder Woman is your girl. So the fact that you're turning your back on the movie, I got to know. You stick to your convictions is all well and good, but tell me why you're doing that.
Well, everyone keeps telling me, well, you know, it's a female superhero, and
Mm-hmm.
we finally got one, so, you know, you should just support it. I'm like, yeah, but she's not my Wonder Woman. I can see Gal Gadot, and that's where my biggest problem is the casting of Gal Gadot.
Okay.
She's strong, feminine. Yes, I agree with that, but
Mm-hmm.
she's not right for that role.
Okay.
I can see her as, and I've said it plenty of times, as maybe Talia al Ghul for that physique.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With a long, lean muscle is more necessary because of the training.
So
But
when you're
Wonder
thinking
Woman-
Amazon, you're thinking something a little sturdier than Gal Gadot.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm thinking a warrior. I'm thinking she's going to have some muscle definition.
Like a Gina
quad,
Carano.
A little bicep, yes.
Am I close on that one, guys? Gina Carano,
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't have acting chops, in my opinion, but I liked her cameo in Deadpool. You know, the
I
bit
like
part.
Gina no matter what.
Yeah, what's that?
I love Gina no matter what.
You love Gina. Ray's all in on
The
Gina.
whole point of Wonder Woman is she stands for, being a strong woman and being able to be a strong woman and not be defined as masculine.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times when I've said, oh, I want her to have a little bit of muscle, oh, you want her to look like a man. No, I want her to look like a fit woman. And that doesn't necessarily mean masculine. There's a lot of female women who weight train who still have that femininity behind them, which is what Wonder Woman's about.
But let me throw back a little bit. Linda Carter was a supermodel. Does she fit that build as far as you're talking about? I mean, but she made the part famous from her TV show in the 70s.
She has a little more meat on her.
Okay.
I'll give that. But I mean, it's 2017, and most of our superhero characters now look more like the roles that they go to. And I've said, if we cast Thor as a skinny, scrawny guy, everyone's going to be like, no, that's not Thor. I mean, look.
Although
that leaves me out of casting.
Batman, Michael Keaton.
Right.
I never pictured Mr. Mom as Batman. But
that surprised me, but he landed it. As
the
far
lady
as
that
I'm
plays Gamora, what's her name again?
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, she's not.
There's that
beefy
scene,
at all.
and what
she plays Gamora perfectly.
But it's more of the training that she would have had done to become Gamora. She does more the fighting style she does. She also again needs that long lean muscle, which I'm okay with. So some characters
Gamora's
should have that.
fighting style is going to be very similar to Wonder Woman's because she uses a sword, as does Wonder Woman. They're both swordsmen.
Are you using a gun now?
Swordswoman.
We're both using guns.
I thought
it was a gun thing.
Yeah.
You're a sword.
I thought I was the gun. You were the sword.
And then you notice. I'm sorry, we're crossing over to a different movie, but you notice during that fight scene, she finally does drop the gun, bring out the sword, and go kick.
Screw this.
I'd like to also push back on Gal Gamora as an actress.
Gal Gamora?
Sorry.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, sorry.
Dude, if you're going to be a nerd, you got to be able to keep it straight.
I am tired.
I know.
You're fired.
I forgot
College
Gamora's name.
College boy. All right, go on, pup.
If you look at her history as a person, she spent time in the Israeli military, and from that, I think it makes her more appealing as an actress to me,
I think
especially
that makes her
for the Wonder
unqualified
Woman
to be
part.
Wonder Woman.
So now I'm going to throw my 2 cents in. And when Gal Gadot was a cast,
Just two. I was
shush.
thinking the same thing.
My 2 cents are worth more because of inflation. But anyway,
Because of height?
Yeah, height.
It's a collectible penny.
It's a collectible penny. Thank you. But when Gal Gadot was originally cast, I'm like, okay, she's gorgeous. But I like Dolly, was curious as to, I'm not entirely sure if this was a right fit. And then I did see the Fast and Furious movie, the first one that she was in, and so I'm like, okay. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's got screen presence. All right, she can deliver lines very well, very professionally, and you can kind of get into okay. But I really wasn't sold on it yet. And then Batman versus Superman hits the screen.
Oh God.
And she starts popping up.
I said
now,
the same thing.
I'm not gonna try and defend that movie in any way, shape, or form. My opinion on it's on record already. We've done a podcast about Batman versus Superman.
Yes, we have.
All right, so moving on.
Batfleck.
I
still love it.
will say this. I will say this. In the big fight scene with Doomsday at the end, she sold me with one moment. When she got pushed back, she got thrown across the battlefield, and she's like sitting there, and you see that smile spread across her face, like, okay, this is gonna be fun. When in that one moment, and then she gets up and she dives right back in, and a lot of it was special effects, but a lot of it was her personality. Her ability to deliver the part, her ability to be the character at that moment got sold to me in that one moment. I was willing to give her a shot right off of that bat. Now, I'm a guy, so I'm happy to look at the long legs and go, okay, I'm in. So and I respect your opinion, doll. But what I'm saying is I was like, at that moment in time, I was really willing to give her a chance. Now, I have not seen the movie yet. I'm hoping to see it in the next couple of days. And a lot of people are like, what? Come on, man. But, and there's a lot of folks who have seen it in the room, so we're going to kind of move off of it so spoilers do not happen. But I'm just saying, I'm willing to give it a chance because of the way that the presence of the actress brought the character to me in that one moment. I'm hoping that you're able to watch the movie down the road in whatever venue or manner that you choose, and you're able to say, you know what, okay, I get it. And when you see that movie, you're going to be back in studio because I want to hear what you have to say about after you have seen it. All right. But for now, everybody's on record right now. It's the best DCU movie out there so far.
100%.
Which Dolly made a great point. She goes, "Well, when you're comparing it to a load of crap, it's easy for something to shine."
But a lot of critics.
Go ahead, Bill.
A lot of critics have said it's just a good movie, not
Okay.
not a good DC movie, not good for a
But just
superhero movie. It's a good movie.
It's just a straight up good movie. All right, and we're going to work with that. But like I said, I want to come all the way back around. So when you finally watch that movie, Dolly, I want you to tell me so that you can be back in the studio with us the next chance possible so you can sit down and tell me what you thought about it.
All right.
Is that fair?
And just yesterday, because I saw it on June 2nd when it came out, and on June 3rd, I was flipping through Facebook and things like that, and I happened to come across some interviews with Gal Gadot, and she was on Conan right before the movie came out and things like that, and they were in like the training warehouse, and it was just amazing to see the amount of training, more so from the Israeli army forces that she was in, than to do this role, because a lot of the fight scenes are truly her.
Yes.
They're definitely her going through and being able to, yes, she's long and she's lean, but that's all muscle that she has. That's her putting her leg up to go to kick somebody.
And
in
I
the
love
face
I
and things
love
like
that an actor or an actress that
That-
yes,
that
they'll
she
have the
gets
stunt double, but
to
if
get
the fact
into
you,
that and
to
things
get
like
into it,
that.
I love it.
And Wonder Woman's always been my favorite person. I mean, I loved Linda Carter.
I love Linda Carter too.
as that and things like that. So I mean, I'm a Black Widow fan. I'm that female presence type thing. But
I'm all about Scarlet Witch now that Elizabeth Olsen took the part over.
She's the only good-looking Olsen left.
Oh, I know.
So to see
God.
that and to actually, she was getting ready to cut acting.
Yeah.
Until, because there was
And then
another
she
thing,
got cast.
got casted.
Wait, the
She-
Olsen or Gadot?
Gal Gadot. She was ready
She didn't
this
realize
part
that
defined her career now.
The Wonder Woman part, she was going back and forth between Israel and L.A. and things like that. And the last one, she was on a 15-hour flight, and she was talking to a professor of quantum physics. And she was listening to like this quantum theory, and like she's like, it was quite interesting and things like that. And this whole interview, she's like, lands, she has 20 missed calls from her agent, and she picks it up and she calls him back, and he goes, "You got the part, but you can't say anything." And she's like, "Oh my God!" type thing. And the professor's like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, I can't tell you. So she's like, "Professor, if you're watching today, this is the reason why I got the Wonder Woman part, and I couldn't say anything at that point." So it was just, I would have been screaming it from the top of the building in order to, so it was just kind of interesting to see that she was ready to give up acting.
And then she got the golf shot.
Yeah.
That perfect shot, that drive right. Yeah, the
If I'm not,
the drive right
if
down
I'm
the middle.
not mistaken, she was a Wonder Woman fan even before she got the.
Oh yeah, she
the part.
because the I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or Conan had asked her, did you know, or her agents, like, do you know Wonder Woman? And she's like, yes, I know who Wonder Woman is and things like that. And it's like, that's like one of the icons that people know around the world. It's that one's like international.
Well, that's one of the DC Holy Trinity. You know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You don't talk about one without talking about the other two. You know, it's people are like, oh yeah, Green Lantern and Flash and this, that, and the other thing. But the Holy Trinity is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Which, Billy, I think you can expound on a lot better than I am, because I know
Wonder
that's your
Woman
bag.
has been with both Superman and Batman on separate occasions, but I prefer her with Batman.
Oh, brother.
Well, let's not talk. Let's not get into relationship drama right now. I have teenagers in the house.
It was a good movie.
Yes, it
Altogether,
was. It was.
movie.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't-
my thing is, my problem is the body image, and I'm tired of women who have, you know, a physique, and like, I'm gonna say boobs, because I mean,
You can. We say it all the time.
Anytime you
Right,
see
everybody.
a woman with boobs,
On three in chorus. Boobs. There we go.
Chris even is a
anytime you
boob.
see a woman with boobs, she gets typecasted as easy, or you know,
I didn't get
you
that
don't
feeling
that
from this
strong-
movie.
She has absolutely none. It's my problem. She doesn't have a body.
They're built into her suit.
I'm okay with it.
I
Really,
know
that's
you're
that
okay
body
with
type.
it as a
I'm, you know,
guy,
that's me.
But me as a girl who developed early, like, I go and I look at movies and I look at TV, and any girl who has boobs is always typecasted as slutty or easy. We don't get those strong feminine roles, and that's why I have a problem with Wonder Woman, especially because
Linda
that's
Carter
my
had boobs.
my
Oh
idol.
my God, she did. Let me ask you about Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Are you okay with? Let me ask you on that one.
That's not my character.
But that's not your.
Wonder
Okay,
Woman is my.
I gotcha.
She's always
Okay.
been that woman who had that.
She's a Wonder Woman ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
I could see where Dolly's coming from.
I
because
don't
I'm
support the false
I'm
daughter
a
of
bat
Hera.
geek.
Yeah.
I've always been a bat geek.
Oh, you're gonna love hanging out with
And
Billy.
then the second I heard that we're getting Batfleck here,
I'm actually okay with that.
I don't understand the anti-Ben Affleck.
I
thing
like
either.
Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. I'm really liking that casting.
At first,
But,
because
yeah.
I was only mad about it at first because they were mixing the two stories together.
Mm-hmm.
We had the young Superman, but we had the old man Batman storyline.
But that's not his fault.
And
Yeah.
it's not. But that's not what I want. Especially when you're supposed to be
still not the
starting the
worst
Justice
Batman,
League,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole. Later on, we're getting Cyborg as part of the Justice League. That bothers me
That
so
looks
much.
horrible. It looks bad.
He looks horrible as Cyborg. I don't know if you've seen
graphics
it.
look
It is-
bad.
it's so
did you catch
obviously
the fact
CGI.
that they've already killed off Dick Grayson in the universe,
Yes.
and they've killed off the Jason Todd.
They're
So
And-
Dick Grayson is also dead in this.
Yeah,
in the DCU?
Yes, they're
well, what
already dead.
He died years before.
So much for
right-
Nightwing.
He died right when Bruce's parents died, which doesn't make
Any sense
lot
at
of
all.
sense.
So
But they killed him.
the Robin that's coming in is supposed to be Stephanie Brown. It's going to be the
Seriously?
girl,
Okay, well,
which
Okay,
I'm
there you have
okay
it.
with. Let's have a girl Robin.
Not
we
even
have her in the
not
books,
even
but
Carrie Kelly.
no, we're not getting Carrie Kelly. We're going straight to Stephanie Brown, and then after Stephanie Brown, she's going to become Batgirl, and then we're going to get her boyfriend, the Robin
I just
after
want the DC
Jason Todd.
movie universe
Tim Drake?
just to
Tim Drake.
burn. so we can
I heard a
rebuild the
theory
ashes.
that Tim Drake is the Joker.
If Tim Drake is the Joker, I'm going to be no.
the nerd rage will be impressive.
No.
Yeah.
If that is actually true, the nerd rage
Oh,
will be
he doesn't want
absolutely
to see me
impressive.
nerd rage.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to hang-ups like the one that Dolly has at the moment because of the way that Wonder Woman physically looks, I have that when it comes to Ben Affleck being Batman because he was Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you were that hero, you shouldn't be this hero. Pick somebody else. You
Val
didn't do
Kilmer
a
is
great
still
job with
the worst
Daredevil.
one.
Yeah, I don't think that you should be Batman.
Well, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool plus version
Green
2.
Lantern.
That's
that kind
the
of a
movie
thing.
no one talks about.
Nobody talks about Green Lantern, and you know this.
That was
Did it.
Daredevil in the DC universe or the Marvel?
Daredevil's
Marvel.
Marvel.
Okay, so so he crossed universes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
should be spanked for that.
Are you willing to do that?
I think the
I'll
Daredevil.
call Jennifer.
I volunteer as tribute.
I think the Daredevil that we got now is a pretty good Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, I love him.
like him
Charlie
a lot.
Cox.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job with
And
it. Doing a great job with it.
the young man that plays Punisher. I
Oh,
like him.
yeah.
I like him a lot. That was in Walking
Shane
Dead.
Something,
Barenthal
yeah. Shane
from
Barenthal.
Walking
What
Dead.
was it?
I prefer him so much more over
was-
the.
Zach, you're awful
what's
quiet over there.
What's his name?
Okay.
All right.
Zach is one of those rare people who wants to know what he's talking about before he actually opens his mouth.
He's
Can
building
we
an
elect you to Congress because we need more people like that
So I have
there?
a question for you,
Stop and
Chris.
think.
Go ahead, Ray.
So, what do you think of the MCU Netflix series that we have going on so far?
I'm digging it.
And
I'm digging it.
well, the Jessica Jones so far. Let's start with Jessica Jones.
Love Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
It was good.
David Tennant was my favorite part of Jessica Jones.
Of
Yeah.
course it was, because you're a Whovian.
I am. But
Is it Kilgrave?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. He made you like the character. He made the villain empathetic.
Yes.
So I mean, I like that part of it.
I'm just happy they didn't
It-
actually make him purple.
I
I
didn't
know.
like Luke
I know.
Cage though, because
Why not?
I felt like it could have been a
Sweet
2-hour.
Christmas.
All right. Let her speak.
Okay, again, I come from the perspective of a filmmaker, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Which you and I need to talk about that soon.
Yes, we do.
We have a lot of work to do.
Luke Cage storyline, I think, dried out a little bit. It
it
could have
Okay.
been a
too
2-hour
long.
movie
All right.
instead of a whole series. I think they could have done better with his storyline.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't hate him as a character. I don't hate the show. I just the storyline.
They were really
I felt
reaching to
like,
get 13 episodes out of it, I
yeah.
think.
It
And
should
then
have been
it-
9 or 10
It
episodes.
drags.
Yeah,
I
like,
feel like
that was the
when-
one thing I didn't like about it.
At a
Tony.
certain point in the middle, can I spoil?
Yeah, at this point, go ahead.
I feel like when they killed
It's on
off
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth. That's when they
It went down.
sort of jumped the shark.
Yeah. It was like, wait a minute, where do you go from there? I got it.
I think
Now,
the one that failed the most was Iron Fist.
See, and I don't. I get that.
I liked Iron Fist.
I liked Iron Fist. I get where it was a little slow because people were used to. They had 2 seasons of Daredevil and they had Jessica Jones, so they were used to when things got mixed up.
Boom, 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 boom.
There was a lot going on.
I don't even think it was slow. I didn't like the acting.
Okay.
I agree with that. I do.
I will say that.
Production.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Tony?
The one character. What's his name? The brother.
Davos. No, wait a minute,
not Davos.
I'm sorry, I was
Wrong
Iron
series.
Fist. I'm in, no, not Davros. I'm in Iron Fist at the moment. You're talking about Luke Cage?
Yeah, no, Iron Fist. Brother, the pseudo brother that's running the company.
Wade.
Yeah, Wade. I felt like his performance was a little wooden, and
it was a little weird. It was like at points he would start breaking up, but then he would fold back up again.
Yeah.
The sister was interesting, though.
See, with Iron Fist, what happens there, and again, from filmmakers' perspective, is they rush production.
Yeah.
They should have had more production time. They should have had more table reads, more... They slow it down. Don't try to push it out as fast as they did.
Right.
I think they're like, oh, everything else is doing good. Let's throw it out there. Because even, the fight scenes were a little,
a little formulaic.
Yeah.
Like, you could see where they were practicing.
He's the Iron Fist. His fight
He
scenes
shouldn't
are
be able
supposed
to be overcome
better
that
than,
fast.
Daredevil fight scenes.
I mean, she was a way better fighter than he was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I could watch her all day long.
They would have
She has a weird face to me.
slowed production down, they would have been able to do better fight choreography and had better acting because they would have had more time to develop this.
For a master of kung fu, he was getting taken over by random security guards, hospital orderlies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, here, what point I was going to make is that I actually managed to watch it kind of out of sequence. And I've seen both seasons of Daredevil. I saw Jessica Jones when it came out, but I never got around to Luke Cage for whatever reason. I don't remember what it was, but I didn't get to it. And then Iron Fist came out, so I watched Iron Fist before Luke Cage.
Same.
So it kind of worked out for me because... for me, Iron Fist, it was slow, it was methodical. There was some issues with it. Yeah, we can talk about that. I think we have talked about that on a couple of occasions at this point. But then I was able to take the story in, put it aside, and then I jumped into Luke Cage, which was a better series than Iron Fist. And so it kind of made the whole MCU Netflix universe a little bit better for me in the long run because I was hearing people like Iron Fist rage. But now I can see it, and it's getting me into Defenders, and they're working on Defenders, and Defenders is going to be out soon.
I'm actually excited for Defenders.
And Punisher, yeah. Defenders and Punisher I'm looking forward to.
Punisher the
Did you
most.
look up what you need to look up?
Come on in, Zach.
You are the next contestant.
Thank you.
Bring it.
Yes, just on the Punisher thing.
Yeah.
I love the Punisher.
But?
I love Thomas Jane.
But?
There is one Punisher, and it's Dolph Lundgren.
I will break you.
Oh, no. Zach.
It was good to see him in Arrow.
Yeah, that was.
I'm just happy that John Travolta wasn't the bad guy for Punisher.
Oh, yeah. That was an interesting
I
movie.
can't take another hair plug.
I know.
See, he sold me as the Punisher on the 3rd episode of the last season of Daredevil.
In the prison?
No, after the fight scene down the stairs, which as a filmmaker is like, oh my god, my favorite scene ever. It's my second favorite long steady cam shot ever, next to Children of Men. If you haven't seen that, they have.
I know what you're talking about.
Amazing scene in there.
When I was getting ready for the Enterprise video for the 2016 show, I was watching a lot of one take and steady cam shots and stuff like that, trying to learn from it.
That was my second favorite. But when he's sitting in the cemetery, and instead of doing a flashback, which a lot of these shows and movies have been cheating,
they'll be prone to. Yeah.
He actually just had a monologue. And he sat there and he made you feel for his character. He told you his backstory, and he sold me as a Punisher at that moment.
That's good. Yeah, it's a great moment.
That's him. I'm like,
that is a great moment.
That's it.
I think the moment that did it for me was that prison scene where he took out how many guys was it?
Yeah,
at least half the whole.
It's Darth Vader in the corridor again.
Yeah.
But at this time it's the Punisher doing it. Really, I mean everybody's got to have that Vader in the corridor moment now.
I felt like I was watching. I felt like I was watching John Wick for a second because he took everybody out with a pencil for a little while.
Yeah,
and then it became a broomstick.
Yeah. Well, it's the gauntlet. I mean, everybody wants to see their hero run the gauntlet and kick everybody's ass upside down, left, right, and center. And so you've got it. We're going to call it the Vader in the corridor moment at this point, because that's the famous one of recent memory right now. You talk about Vader in the corridor, and that justifies all of Rogue One's existence.
Yeah,
not that Rogue One was a bad movie. I'm not going to throw shade at it. It was a great movie.
I'm not a Star Wars fan.
You're going to become one in this family.
He's fired.
Yeah,
I second.
I have to live with him.
Yeah, you have to live with him.
Sorry.
I don't love Batman.
This is your fault.
My mom still.
I watch Batman because of him.
I watch Star Wars because of her.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And real quick, hey, Sybil, honey, can you shut up? We haven't gotten a word edgewise with you talking so much back there today.
Yeah, I've been a bit quiet.
I know. It's okay. We love you anyway, sweet pea. I just didn't want you to... We hadn't forgotten about you.
I love you. Okay, that's good to know.
We love our Sybil. Do you have any insights? Because I'm going to start wrapping this one up because I know we have a whole lot of stuff to do this afternoon.
I really don't, because the only summer movies I'm really interested in, I don't know if you guys know much about them.
Which ones are you looking forward to?
Well, The Dark Tower is the one I'm really looking for.
Oh, yeah.
I love Stephen King.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's a whole lot of people
I
excited
really
for that
hope
one.
they actually did it justice this time, and I think they did with Elba
Idris Elba.
being Roland. I think that was a great casting on that one.
Now, is that a theater movie or is that going to be on...
It's in theaters.
Oh, it's going to be a theater movie?
Theaters.
Outstanding.
It'll be in theaters.
Look at the.
I refuse. To
That
go see
sounded
it.
frightening.
No, it's a horror movie, and I'm not big on horror movies myself.
I just refuse to see it because it back then. Nope.
Nope.
Why
Okay.
it's not Tim Curry.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it looks good, too. I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really the movies I like Stephen King horror.
Me too.
Yeah. Well,
because it makes you
it's not
think.
just slashy.
I don't like just jump at you horror,
Right.
like paranormal stuff, but I like Stephen King horror because it's make you think about it while you're watching the movie.
Mm-hmm. Stephen King has this way of getting into your head. So even before, like 3 chapters before the payoff moment, you're already scared out of your damn mind because you're like, what is going to happen next? It's going to happen now, isn't it? What about now? How about now? You know, you're always wondering for that moment. And then when he finally hits the payoff, you're like, oh, my God. You know?
It's like atmospheric horror.
Yes. And that's what horror
Yeah.
should have been all along.
Oh, yeah.
Slasher movies have been a waste of film, in my
There's
opinion.
a lot of really good games that completely go off of the whole atmospheric horror. One of I don't like to play it because I'm not a horror buff. Amnesia: The Dark Descent, really good atmospheric horror game.
Well, the original Half-Life.
Oh yeah, that too.
The original Half-Life was you had the sound effects. They really pushed the sound effects in stereo, so that Resident Evil was great at it too.
I actually liked Max Payne.
Max Payne?
It was the first one. It was really kind of creepy.
The game or the movie?
The game.
Okay, I don't know.
won't lie, the Mark Wahlberg movie was okay.
Yeah, Wahlberg.
But I mean, it was a good movie, but it wasn't Max Payne.
Yeah.
But you know, but it's for that reason though. It kind of got inside your head, and I like those games that get inside your head. Like I like horror games. I watch a lot. Me and my brother play when we turn off all the lights, put the surround sound on.
Nice.
But
Throw
we
yourselves
don't
off.
like those like slasher ones either because it's like okay, there's blood everywhere. I can see that in Halo.
It's a waste of film.
There's supposed to be a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming soon.
Oh, please, no.
I really don't know how I feel about that yet.
What is it? What?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
What's that?
It's a horror game. It's the way it works is you are a security guard in a fast food chain, a la Chuck E. Cheese. And they have animatronics that just kind of wander the halls, but the animatronics are murderous, and you can't move.
Come alive or something?
Yeah, they're supposed to
Yeah.
come alive. They're possessed by ghosts. There's a whole lot of lore behind it that I don't want to get into.
I have such issue with it because I used to be a fan of it, and now I just really don't like it anymore because everybody's so like fanatic about it or something.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least
But it's
at least 2 little girls didn't ruin it like they did with Slenderman.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm
We're
looking
not
at.
going
I
down
have
that road
such
right now.
issues.
I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes list of summer movies coming up. Can we get a quick yay or nay? Do you want to see it?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Sure,
yeah,
let's do
go
it.
ahead. Let's go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Okay, we're certain. Wonder Woman. That
Yay.
came
Yay.
out. I'm going to
We
see
got
it.
one nay.
Are we gonna go
Okay.
see it again?
The Mummy comes out next week.
Nay.
No.
Nay.
Yes.
Nay.
I want if Tom Cruise dies repeatedly, I'm all about it.
I'm
You're
not a
not-
Tom Cruise
Zach-
fan.
Zach's
He's a
not a
horrible
Tom-
actor.
a Tom Cruise guy.
Didn't smile.
But I'm gonna
That comes
yay.
out next
Loving
week.
Tom Cruise.
I'm gonna yay the
Okay,
Mummy.
so
Go
I'm
ahead.
taking
All right,
what
let's
it
keep
is.
going. Let's keep going.
Okay, a couple weeks. Transformers: The
Yay.
Last
Nay.
Night.
I'm gonna rent that one. I
Yes.
think I'm gonna
Yay.
Netflix that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire stick that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 30th, Amityville: The Awakening.
No.
No.
Nay.
Yay.
No.
That's just looking quick. Let's see. Next nerdish movie. Oh, one on big yay for me. July 14th, War for the Planet of the Apes.
I'm
Yay.
in. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I love Planet of the Apes.
May.
May?
I only
Maybe?
say
Is
yes.
it-
That's a maybe. That's
I
a
like
may.
the newer ones over the older ones.
Okay, does anyone know Valerian in the City of Thousand Planets?
I'm not
Yes.
sure about that.
That's from the guy who
Also
did
a
Fifth
May.
Element and Lucy. I'm all in on that
Yeah,
one
that
because
one
it's based on a
looks
graphic
interesting.
novel, which is it's a French graphic novel from the early 1900s that is commonly talked about as being the foundation of basically comic book superheroes. So I like this guy's work. I love Fifth Element. It's one of my favorite movies, and it looks like it's got a lot of that vibe to it. So I am actually looking forward to that.
Could you see
movie.
Fifth Element being remade?
No, God, no. If they
That's how I felt when they did Mummy.
Okay, well that's fine, but the woman they have playing the mummy is hot, so I'm going to see that.
Tom
movie.
Cruise, really?
He's still hot.
Tom Cruise is a
That's a whole
sociopath,
different
but
thing about Tom
that's not
Cruise.
his fault. That's his thing. He's a good actor. He's played some really good parts, so I'm willing to see a movie that he's in right now. And if it's a bad movie, then so be it. It's a bad movie, and I'll say it's a bad movie.
Okay, and let's skip ahead to where did I just see?
You missed. I was going to say you missed one in July, didn't you?
Did I miss one in July?
No,
Let
he
me
got
see
them all,
here.
didn't he?
Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
There's
Oh,
go.
yeah, that's a big
I need to see that.
I think
It has Zendaya.
I don't know.
I think all the conventionals are going to go see it together.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
fine, 'cause I'll be there too.
Let's just put that
I
there.
don't know.
That's
That'd be
the
a
one I
cool
was looking
FC3
for.
night at the theater.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's my thing.
I just can see myself as Peter Parker.
You know what? I can see you as Peter Parker also.
I
Tony.
can too.
I see you more like a Tommy Olsen.
Somebody get me a spider, throw it in the microwave for a minute, and we'll have Tony bit and see what happens.
I
Okay,
think
let's-
Tony
let's
should
see.
legally change his name to Peter Parker.
That's
Just leave it
right
at that.
there.
We should. It'd
And
be funny.
I think that's
Great.
about it for nerdish type movies.
All right, well,
Unless
that's
At
anyone-
least
about-
for the summer,
Yeah.
because then
Really
there will be
good.
another
Yeah.
one coming in come the fall.
August,
Yeah.
August 4th for Dark Tower.
All right, and that's it for this particular podcast. So we're gonna all go out about our day. I am a trained professional.
You
Kofefi.
knew the music was coming, and so
Kafifi, and this has been Monkey Business, a product of the Mighty Monkey Corporation, purveyors and producers of the Flower City Comic-Con, coming at you in the spring of 2018. Like us on Facebook, please. Like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/FC3ROC.com, and we love you.
We're desperate.
We're not desperate.
Not desperate.
We're just really keen on having fun.
We're going to happen whether you like it or
Or not. That's it.